Yep.
We did the star.
Is there more like to the left of that, or is there?
I think it's, no, it just heads off. Alright. French Revolution. There are only 3 things that I have on here. Ultimately, why did the French Revolution start?
Inequality.
Inequality in society and abuse of power by monarchs, etc. There were a variety of things that led to the French revolting. One of the events that really sparked revolution was the storming of the Bastille. What was the Bastille?
The jail.
It was a prison. Was it really being used to house
A former prison.
It was more like an armory. It was housing weapons at this point in its existence. Who storms the Bastille?
The people.
The people of the... which was called the... Which estate? We talked
Third
about the estate.
estate.
The third estate.
Oh,
The
yeah.
lower, the peasants. 97% of the population. They stormed the Bastille to get weapons. Why do they feel they need to protect themselves with weapons?
There's a military occupying the territory.
There is a military that is moved in,
Oppression.
that was put there by the king, that ultimately was sent there to protect his livelihood, to protect the city. They feel like they are being attacked. They want to defend themselves. They stormed the Bastille. They killed the guard. They put his head on a stick. What message have they sent the king?
They will fight for freedom.
They will fight for freedom, and this is one of the beginning events of the revolution.
Haven't they seen Les Mis?
They lived it. Okay. Coup d'etat. Something that you learned this year that you're going to see again around the world as you study history in the future. A coup, as it is referred to in short, is basically what?
A transfer of power.
What kind
A
of
peaceful
transfer of power?
transfer.
Not a peaceful.
Oh, no.
Forced transfer
Oh.
of power. Who forced a transfer of power in the French Revolution that we talked about?
Napoleon.
Napoleon. Who did he force this transfer of power from?
Urban Louis.
From
They have the name. It's really the directory.
The directory.
oh, yeah.
Remember, they were his bosses who had promoted him, etc. And ultimately, he ends up forcing them out of power once he has gained enough prestige, enough name recognition, enough support of the people. And that will take us down quite the road where Napoleon will make changes for France, some good, some bad, some fair, some not so fair. But he will continuously have this desire to create an empire far larger than France, which will lead him to the Russian campaign. What is he trying to do?
Get Russia as like for resources and stuff.
To basically imperialize or take control in Russia. He will march into Russia with 600,000 men. How many will he come out with?
Is it 100,000?
About 100,000. Why? What was it about the Russian campaign? It wasn't the Russian troops. What was it about this campaign that was doomed?
Scorched earth policy.
Part of it was scorched earth policy.
Cold weather and lack of food.
Part of it was the cold winter and
The
lack
terrain.
of supplies. Now, scorched earth policy, what is it?
Burn and run.
Yeah.
Who burns what?
The
Russia
people
burns
fleeing
their
the
own-
People
like,
burn their supplies.
People burn their own land, their own supplies, so that,
their enemies can't use it.
and in this case, that coupled with the winter basically crippled the French troops. Napoleon will come out of Russia having lost the majority of his military. Will he ever really ride high again?
Yeah.
No.
Kind of like
He
Spiders
will.
Out.
Kind of like what?
Like Spiders Out.
Yeah. He will face opposition from his enemies, European nations, the Russians, etc. throughout the remainder of his attempt to remain in control. So that was the French Revolution really fast. Does the French Revolution really solve anything?
Nope.
No, but it gives the people the concept, the idea that they can
Change the world.
for the better or for the worse. All right.